Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. I just got myself some really good rest. As I mentioned in the last video, we're really preparing for finals coming up. Crazy enough after 3 weeks of classes, but we're just going to finish up those 2 classes, healthcare delivery as well as exercise science. So we do have a long weekend, luckily, to start off this week, going all the way into Monday. So we'll have lots of time to really prepare and finalize our materials. But to start off, I'm going to get myself some breakfast. So we'll start off making that, and then I'll kind of outline our week after that. So this is how our week is really shaping up so far. For exercise science, we have 4 lessons to complete. Quite a bit, but shouldn't be too bad since I believe that the lessons are getting shorter the closer we're getting to the end of the class. So that shouldn't be too bad. We have to do our questions for those, get flashcards prepared, a journal assignment that's due at the end. I just have to do 2 more entries for, and then the final on Friday. Moving on to healthcare delivery, we just have 1 more bit of content to do pre-work for, as well as 2 more quizzes coming up. Then I'm going to work through my usual progression of finishing the learning objectives, creating flashcards and practicing them, and then preparing for that final on Thursday. Lastly, we have psychological aspects of care. We have another couple videos, a couple readings, and it should be a pretty regular class with lecture being on Thursday. And then interprofessional education. The content for that will open up on Wednesday, so I won't know exactly what's coming, but I left space for that there just in case. So I think I'm just going to start working on a bit of the pre-work for exercise science to start off with and keep going from there. Well, after that bout of studying, I would say that I'm in a pretty good spot overall. Managed to check off lots of things on my list, but I really think that I'm hitting kind of my limit before I'm getting really tired right now. For those of you who watched the video last week, I did kind of get a cold near the end of it. I'm hoping that I'm on the tail end of it at the moment, but I'm definitely still running low on energy a little bit. So I'm just going to probably head back home, grab myself a little bit of a snack, and then just head to bed, get myself lots of good rest, so that hopefully tomorrow I can have another productive day. We managed to have another pretty productive day today overall, knocking lots of things off of our list. I am still working on finalizing some of the learning objectives for healthcare delivery since we haven't completely covered all of the content, but I think that I can fill in lots of the gaps with what I've provided so far. So once I finish this walk, I'm going to try and finalize those learning objectives so that tomorrow, since we have the day off for the holiday, I will be able to create my flashcards and start working on them, so that way I have at least 3 days worth of practice going into the final to really feel good about it. So I'm gonna head back now and get that done. We got a ton of work done today. Really productive day overall. But tomorrow we're back to class yet again, so I'm going to call it a night now that I've got my flashcards prepared and feeling good for the rest of the week. And we just have healthcare delivery from 9 until noon tomorrow, and then exercise science from 1 until 3. So I'll see you guys then. Well, that's really it for today. We're just winding down, but I do want to talk to you guys about tomorrow since, as you saw with the snow, it's starting to build up, and there's a possibility that class will either be delayed and or canceled tomorrow. It already got moved online because it was going to be in person from 8 a.m. until noon for our last class of exercise science, but we'll have to see at 8 a.m. tomorrow. If it gets delayed, it will be pushed back from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Or if school overall is closed for the day, then we'll actually have the day completely off. He said that we'll make it up at some point, but we don't know exactly what that plan is, so just waiting for tomorrow morning, I guess. So I'm just gonna head to bed and be ready for tomorrow. After a long day of studying for our healthcare delivery final that's coming up tomorrow, through group work as well as lots of flashcards, we have some really great news. We actually learned our clinical locations for the clinical experience coming up in May and June. I will actually be here on campus at the hospital for an inpatient setting. I'm extremely excited about this because it's a setting that I didn't have the opportunity to shadow with before I got into PT school, so it will definitely come with lots of opportunities for learning and growth, since this will be the first one that I will be independent and on my own and not in a group of my classmates. So, well, that's on my mind and I'm really excited for it. I got to get back to studying for the final. It's from 10 a.m. until noon tomorrow. Then we just have a short class for psychological aspects of care from 1 until 3. And then I have work. So I'm going to head back to that and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Well, overall today was a really good day. Managed to score pretty well on my exam, so I'm very happy how that ended. And it was really interesting seeing the energy from everyone with it being an exam day, but everyone also being kind of excited and nervous about our clinical experience 1 placements. So it was an interesting day overall, but very fun. Now I'm just headed off to work where I'm going to review for my other final for exercise science tomorrow, which I can take at any time. I have 4 hours to take it once I start doing it, so I'm just going to kind of go through my notes, consolidate them, and really just try and feel comfortable for tomorrow. So see you guys after work. Well, now that work is done, I have a good idea of what next week looks like, and that really just brings us to the end of the video this week. So we managed to make it through another finals week, a hectic one at that, with a fire alarm happening in the middle of my kind of asynchronous final today for exercise science. But I did get my grade back and ended up doing really well. So we ended with a solid A in the course, so really happy about that. But if you guys want to learn about what's happening next week, where we start another round of classes, things coming from neuromuscular conditions to general medical conditions and really going into the musculoskeletal system, please make sure to look out for my video next week. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. It really helps as I'm pushing towards my goals. So if you can take the moment, it would really mean a lot. But this has been KB DPT, and I'll see you all in the next video.